Ages, Leopold,
Oh, yes.
to get the attention of your own politicians,
Yes.
your own people.
Yes.
Have you been successful in getting to your politicians?
Well,
I've been to meetings where you invited politicians. They never show up.
Bibi, I understand.
You turn to the media.
Bibi,
your message goes through the media.
I understand exactly where you're coming from.
So when would you get to them?
Bibi,
when at this point in time you're going to get to them?
Bibi, you didn't come to me because I'm not having some impact.
Yes, you are having an impact.
So you come to me because you know you have an impact.
You got the attention of the media. I'm saying to you, when are you going to get the attention of your people, your politicians? Right
now, the fact that you sit here means you know that I have the full attention of every politician right now. You know that.
I don't know. I don't know.
If you didn't know, I'm telling you, you know now. They don't have to show it up front in the public because they're too bloody coward. They're too sacrificed. You understand? I turned around. I challenge any politician, from the president to prime minister, any one of them, anyone, to come out publicly and say what I'm saying is wrong. I challenge, and I'll tell you one thing: none will do it.
I don't think they will say you are
wrong.
None
will do it. None will do it. But listen a minute. Right now, at the stage where we at on StMaarten, right? Right now, it's not about election, Dutch side or French side. It's about whole StMaarten. You understand? We have come at a point in our development as a people that the problem is very complex. It goes beyond Dutch side, French side. It goes beyond political parties. It's about our very existence as a people. You know, and right now politicians, all of them, I, Leopold, say all politicians, they're listening to me for a cue, period, right? They are basically part of the problem, and most of them are the very problem in and of itself. Why? Because they are cowards, they are liars, they have deceived the people, they continue deceiving people, and their problem is now that a lot of immigrants who once saw people like myself as crazy are realizing now that I'm not so crazy after all, because they are having children here. Eventually their children are going to have the same vested interest as we have, so they're going to realize, to just a minute, where the politicians stand, you know. So I tell politicians right now, politicians, you are irrelevant, you know, and you know, we as a people, we as a movement, just like in slavery time, there was no political parties, you know. It was the people, and we are in a certain phase of our emancipation again. To heck with politicians. You understand? I tell politicians, listen, you can hold out for a while. Look what happened in the Middle East. You can hold out for a little while. Maybe you can hold out for a long while. You can't hold out forever. You understand? So I say to the politicians, at the present moment, if you don't go along, you're completely irrelevant. Because sooner or later, you are going to have to go along, and that ain't no maybe. But in the meantime, we are going to go ahead as a people, as a grassroots movement, to do whatever we have to do, which is to preserve. Listen, I'm a biologist. The highest law, the highest treaty, they also talk about treaty nonsense. The highest treaty, natural treaty of every species is the will to self-preservation, period. There ain't no higher law than that. You understand? And the same thing goes for societies. You understand? A people will do anything, any normal people will do anything to preserve itself. You understand? And that's what we are doing. You understand? And we want to make sure as a movement we do it in a way that we create a win-win situation. We don't want a situation because, you know, what hurts a lot too is, you know, a lot of people feel that when they hear myself as a native speaker like that I hate this and I hate that. I mean, you know, maybe you know better. I love people. And because I love you, I can only love you, baby, which I do, is because I love me first. You understand? You see, people like you can have problems with StMaarteners who lie and telling you they love you more than themselves. I mean, give me a break.
Nobody can love you
give me a break.
Other people more than themselves.
Give me a break. Give me a break. Let us grow up. You know, if I say I love myself more than you, that means not in no way that I do not love you. I mean, love starts with self. It just happens to start with self. You know what I'm saying? So because we love others so much on the island, because we want to include others so much, those that have added value, we're going to make sure that we love ourselves first so that we can be strong. If we are not strong as a people, how can we embrace and include others? How we can do it? I don't want nobody who isn't strong, you know, even within themselves, in their mind, to try even to help me. Help yourself first.
You said a lot of people may consider you crazy, they might think you're talking nonsense, but finally maybe they're getting the wind of what you're saying. Do you think it has anything to do with a little bit of the tone, how you bring across your message?
I'm willing, listen, I am willing to take full responsibility for everything that went wrong as a man, if that helps. If that helps, I'm willing to take full responsibility because you know what, Bibi, this man here, Leopold, I feel very good about myself.
And you think your people should be also feeling good about themselves?
I believe so much in certain principles that I'm willing to go to hell and tell them and convince the devil himself.
You're ready to do that?
And the devil's going to call 911 because I'm crazy man here. Because I'm so sure of myself.
Leopold, over the years we have a decline. Our youth is going down. Whether they were their ancestral histories from here, they were born here, they're living here. Whatever happens to our youths, they are going down the drain. Do you see any kind of development for youth? And you said you kept saying that you're a biologist, but I also know that you're an educator. When you educate youth, you put so much into your students. You expect at the end of the day that those students are going to bear fruits. Does StMaarten offer our youth any type of opportunity so that they can really bear fruits?
You know what's so difficult with StMaarten? I love StMaarten. You know why I love it? Because StMaarten is just the mother of all problems. You see, I love it because I love problems. I love problems. Because I was always
love challenges.
I was always good at math and physics, and I love it. The more difficult, the more I get turned on. So I get very turned on. But that doesn't mean to say it's easy. It means that at a certain moment, and I've been a teacher for many, many years, that you are going to say things that people ain't going to like at all. And one of the things I'm going to say is, the good news is there is no quick fix.
There is no quick fix.
There's no quick fix. It's going to take a long time. Because we took a long time to create the mess. So we mustn't fool ourselves all of a sudden now,
we can clean it up.
Forget about it. Because if it changes within a quick, short span of time, it means it's not clean up. It got to hurt. Because you got to go to the core. With that, I mean, and I can't say it's just a half-an-hour program or whatever, but I love the challenge anyhow. We on StMaarten, we have created a tremendous, complex situation and a mess. For instance, when we talk about unemployment, with all due respect for everybody, if you tell me you have an unemployment of 36% or whatever you hear him talk about, it means not a damn thing to me. Because what unemployment? Who unemployed? If you have an open border and you continue to have an open border while you're developing your country, then you're telling me basically that your employment base, the people that you have employed, is the whole world. You understand? So then 36% is nothing. Because basically with your open borders, your unemployment rate should be maybe 1,000,000%. So it's crap. We're talking crap. We got to be very straight, we got to be very realistic, and we have to understand we got to start using reverse psychology in reverse language now. We have to look at the whole immigration situation because StMaarten is at a place right now where it needs corrective measures and it's going to hurt. There are no two ways about it. You understand? Not only we should halt the immigration, at a certain moment you're going to have to reverse itself. You understand? And that doesn't have to be something bad or whatever. I think it's time that intelligent people across all ethnic groups recognize that, come together and see how can we help people, for instance, go back to their country and learn from the experience they had here in StMaarten and build from the connections they had here in StMaarten. Jesus Christ, StMaarten isn't the whole world.
That's true. But at the same time, and I fully agree with you because I see what is taking place when I drive the road every day, even down Cold Bay. I'm driving in sewage water. The government is making the roads. And what are they claiming? The people is running their sewage on the road. And because of the influx of immigrants, and because the homeowners on StMaarten, and you know who they are, they capitalize.
Me, right?
I'm not talking about you alone, but I'm talking about all homeowners. They capitalize on these foreigners that come here, and they rent their homes.
There are no two ways about it.
Unfit homes.
There is no two ways about it. Two ways about it. Listen, as I'm a StMaartener, and I'm sure that people like myself as StMaarteners benefited from it. Thank God.
Yes, but it's not a one-side situation that the foreigners benefit. Everybody benefits somehow or the other.
I never said that. I never said that. But I'm not going to apologize for what I'm saying either. It cannot be so. Listen, point is, at a given moment, when you reach that point where we're at right now on StMaarten, right? One of the first things you have to do, you have to clean up your country. Because my criminals, I can't dump my criminals nowhere else,
Exactly.
But I don't take anybody else's criminals.
Exactly.
You see, and I apologize for that, period.
I don't expect you to.
That is not my responsibility. I am never said StMaarten people are the best people that God created. I mean, give me a break. You understand? But what I'm saying, and I repeat it every time again, charity should start at home. You understand? What makes a country is that you have a special identity, is that you have a special responsibility to the people who are yours. You don't have your first responsibility, don't go to the whole world. You are not there to take care of the whole world as a police. You see, and here is where we as StMaarteners, we as StMaarten politicians have deceived StMaarten people and have deceived others. You know, we lived in Aruba, for instance, for a long time. We were Antilleans, we had the same rights as the Arubans. Basically the same rights. But guess what? We were raised by our parents to respect the Arubans, you know, longing for self-determination. Because I was growing up in Aruba when back then already there was this kind of grassroots movement that we have here in Aruba. And we never had a problem with it because we figured, yes, we can fight up, so listen, there's nothing you can do because we are all Antilles, we are the same, right? But we felt, no, we understand what they're talking about. They felt run over too, even by people like us. So we were raised to respect them. We were raised by my parents, one day we're going back home. You understand? So I understand, I have no problem. I live in Holland almost 20 years. I think I was an added value. I got my master's and everything in Holland. I think I was a hell of a, added value there. But at the game, I came back home. That wasn't easy necessarily. I mean, you can imagine that. You understand? When I was home, I had all the breaks based on my professional background.
You worked for what you got.
And I was respected for what I have.
It was not an
and even
handout.
being critical, you know, that was no problem because once I knew my job, you know, I could get any position basically that was in Holland South. Here's a whole different ball game, but that's fine. You understand? Because
Leopold, I want to, because we are winding down on
Sure.
time, but there's one thing I want to ask you before I end this program, and that is, you've been fighting to get StMaarten recognized in the StMaarten Constitution. Have you tried to do that on the front side also, and what was your progress? Where are you now with that?
a good question. You know, I asked it, you know, to see also how far our politicians would be willing to go to recognize the fact that we have some matters and they should be, you know, identified and preserved somewhere. But I knew also that basically they even cannot do it one side of the island. Because listen, here you have the uniqueness of StMaarten, which is the complexity of StMaarten at the same time for the StMaarten people. Because as a people, we are one people. We have one blood. We have, you know, what you call it, a shared history, a shared succession line. We are one people. I mean, you know, I myself, I am StMaarten. How you cut Dutch and French? I mean, I represent StMaarten, the smallest unit of that. Am I as a person? You know what I'm saying? So I recognize that, you know, none of the governments can define the StMaartener in only their way. So you can have a StMaarten defined from a Dutch government point of view, which might be different than if the French government defined the very same people. That is the challenge. And that's why I realized long time, that is our unique opportunity as well. And that's why we took the bold step to say, the heck we all. We define ourselves. And we came up with ID card. We registered with United Nations. We have the copyrights for the card and everything. And from there we start to move. Because basically building a country starts with a grassroots movement, always. It doesn't start with a few smart people, smart cowards. It always starts with a movement, bottom up, you know. And I don't have to live to see a certain phase of it. I don't have to live because today I'm living and benefiting from progresses that for which the foundation was laid by others that I don't even know. It's something that's part of nation building. You do your part. I'm not doing it to get top of my shoulder, get position. No. I know if I don't do it, there'll be a missing link. You see, so for me, it's faith. It's faith. It's going to happen. You know, once there are no missing links, and I for sure, you know, I don't want to be a missing link. You know, and over time, because what happened on StMaarten, eventually, I predict the StMaarten grassroots movement, right? You know, it's going to elevate to the next level where it's going to become basically the precursor of the unified StMaarten. Period. There are no two ways about it.
Thank you, Mr. James. It was a pleasure interviewing today and getting
Honor was mine.
getting your views on what's
you.
taking place right now on StMaarten.
I think it's an honor to have been interviewed by you and to get the opportunity. And I truly, Bibi, I truly appreciate it, you know, and I appreciate you and I love you very much. We get position? No. I know if I don't do it, there'll be a missing link. You see, so for me, it's faith. It's faith. It's going to happen. You know, once there are no missing links, and I for sure Ready?
Welcome to the territorial election.